Hello everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Miss Crochet and Coffee here. And today we're doing something a little bit different. We're going to play with the Cricut a little bit. So I was asked last week if you can use sublimation blanks to use the Infusion sheets on. This is something I don't know. I've never tried using the Infusion sheets on my sublimation blanks just because sublimation is a lot easier than using the Infusion tablets, where this you can only print in one color. With my sublimation I can print in multiple colors just using a sheet of paper that's specially used for sublimation. So we're going to try this out. I don't know if this is going to work or not, but we're going to guess and see together. So we have our Infusion, we have our sublimation blank, which is a coffee mug. It's a ceramic coffee mug. So now we're going to go over to Design Space. I have Design Space pulled up here on my tablet. I'm going to go to Insert Image. And I'm just, okay. So I'm going to type in, let's type in something cute. Like, let's do coffee. We'll just do something simple. I'm going to do something simple because, again, I don't have good luck with my Infusion. So we're going to insert that image. We're going to make it bigger. We're going to move it up here. We're going to bring that down just a little bit. We're going to stretch it down just a little bit, just like that. So once we get that in there, how we want it, and we're going to look here, and for some reason it takes and turns the mat upside down. I'm not sure why it does that, but I use that to measure with, and that's going to be a little bit too big. So we're going to go back to the canvas, and I'm just going to make it a little bit smaller here. Just a little bit. Because I'm not looking for it to fully wrap the cup, just a little bit. So what you want to do when you measure, this is how I do it easily, because I'm not good with numbers and measurements and all that. So what I do is, and this is how your sublimation cup usually come. I take my measuring tape, and I'm just going to measure, okay? So I'm using the centimeter side because that's what side it's using for that. It's 9.5 centimeters wide, and then it is about 21. So we don't want to go past that. So we're going to bring it in just a little bit. We're going to bring it up to about 8. We're going to move the design up a little bit. So we're going to bring this in a little bit more. Okay. And all I'm doing is adjusting it. This is one of the hardest parts for me because it does turn my mat upside down. So we're going to go to Make It. And there we have it there on the screen. It's showing us exactly what it is. We're going to mirror it so that it prints backwards so that when we put it on the cup, it's facing the right way. All right. And now we want to make sure that our words aren't touching the top of this, because if you put them up too close to the top, it will cut your mat. So we're going to bring it down just a little bit, bring it over just a little bit, and then we're going to hit Continue. Going to give it a minute here, and then we're going to go over to Popular, and then Ink Transfer Sheet, and then the Cricut is now blinking that it's ready. So we're going to print it. All right, and then when it's done, you just hit the release button, and there we have it, coffee. So now what we're going to do, we're going to flip that mat upside down, and we're going to bend the mat, not the transfer sheet, because you don't want the transfer sheet to curl up. So we're going to pull it off a little bit, and then we're going to bend that mat backwards to keep that transfer sheet flat. It's still curled up. Oh well. So we're going to kind of just put that down somewhere. And then we're going to replace the clear cover that goes on here. All right, if you can't tell, I have extra kids in the house today, so you're going to hear tiny humans. All right, so now we're going to cut this because it didn't use the entire transfer sheet. So we're just going to take it and cut it a little bit above where the word coffee is. There we go. And then we're gonna weed this out. Now, I have zero luck when it comes to weeding these things. So we're gonna try our best to get this to weed out properly. So, yeah. And all I'm doing is breaking, like, if there's any residual pieces that didn't cut properly, I'm just helping them out a little bit by bending it. This is just one of the ways that I do it, because for some reason whenever I cut, it doesn't end up cutting properly, and then it's a pain in the butt to weed it. So we're gonna now take a pair of tweezers. All right, and then there we have it, our coffee. We're gonna get rid of that. So then what we're gonna do is we're gonna lay this on the cup, okay? So we're gonna close up our mug, our Cricut maker. We're gonna push it back a little bit, and we're gonna bring over the mug press. We're gonna bring over the mug press. We're gonna turn it on so it starts to heat up. So while that's heating up, we're gonna put this on. Now, if I have to do this like my sublimation stuff, you want that lettering to touch perfectly. So first I'm gonna do it like this to kind of measure where I want it. And then I'm gonna take this. I'm just gonna put it on there like this. And I'm gonna stretch it tight. And put it on there. Now again, I don't know if this is going to work or not, but we're going to see. So while that's heating up, I'm going to take this, cut off that excess at the bottom. We don't need all that extra plastic at the bottom. And then I'm going to get a piece of this, which is just like parchment paper, or butcher paper, I'm sorry. I'm going to get a piece of butcher paper. I'm going to cut a piece off to wrap it with, because I noticed that the Infusion does tend to bleed a little bit. So you want to make sure you wrap it with something. And I highly recommend the butcher paper, which I will link. I have a roll of it. So I will link the roll that I got off Amazon in the description box of the video. And then I'm just going to take this, measure, because I don't need all of it. And cut this. I got some heat transfer tape. We're gonna put this on there. Just to cover up those words. Like, it doesn't have to be perfectly on there. I just want to cover up the words. So we're gonna put some down here at the bottom. Fold that over a little bit. So then I guess we can cut the excess off the top here. All right, and it should be a few more minutes until our mug press is ready. While it's heating up, we just want to make sure we got the whole thing covered, and you can see the word coffee underneath there. Now, again, I'm not sure if this is going to work or not. I really hope it does. If not, I just wasted a transferable ink sheet. But we'll have to wait and see. So let's just give this a few more minutes. All right, we're ready. So we're going to put this in. Have it at the bottom there. Oh, gotta move your finger first. We're gonna close it. And then we're gonna time lapse until it's done. Okay, we're almost ready. Did it sublimate? We don't know, but we're gonna find out here in a few minutes. Make sure you have your heat gloves. Even though they say that handle's not hot, don't take any chances. Put your heat gloves on. Better safe than sorry. So we're gonna put on our heat gloves. This should beep in a few minutes. And because it is a normal ceramic mug, those lights stayed on. If those lights go off, don't worry if you're sublimating something and the lights go off. That usually just tells you that there's an unknown object in there, like it's not made for this machine. If it's not a mug, that light will go off. So don't even worry about if the lights go off. But since this is a mug, the light stayed on and it timed it for us. There we go, we're ready. We're gonna flip this open. We're gonna get our little mat. We're gonna push that over. We're gonna get our little mat. We're gonna lift our mug up. So you can see, I'm not sure if it did anything. We're gonna take a pair of tweezers. Take the tweezers and take that paper off. I can't tell if it's done anything because all I can see is the back of the letters. So we are going to peel this off. It did do something. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. All right, so the letters just kind of fall off. Look at that. Okay, so it did sublimate it. Give me 1 second, I hear tiny footsteps behind me. All right, so to answer the question, can you sublimate or can you use the ink, transferable ink sheets on sublimation tumblers and mugs? It looks like the answer is yes. I'm not sure how long you would, like if you did it in a convection oven. We'll do another video with the transfer sheets in the convection oven. But as for your mug press, yes, it works on the mugs for the mug press. And look at how beautiful that is. I love it. I think I have a new coffee mug. If not, probably see this available over in my Etsy shop, which I will also link down below. I'll have it in there whenever I start sublimating stuff. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any other questions, comments, or concerns, or video ideas, please leave those down in the comment section below, and I'll do my best to answer them to the best of my ability. But with that said, if you're new to the channel and would like to see more random crazy videos just like this, please feel free to hit the subscribe button and the bell to be notified anytime I randomly decide to put up a video. And believe me, it's random. But with that said, I must now bid you adieu. But not before reminding you that it's hard out here in these crafty streets, so please stay safe by wearing your mask, washing your hands, don't touch your face, keep your 6 feet, and always try to be kind, be courteous, be cool. Bye, guys.